All right. Let's see if my. Oh, that's why it ain't working. Now it's working. All right, we're good. We good. We are good. I'm watching some dude just smoking the charts right now, man. For E3000. Damn, bro. Homeboy's killing it right now. All right, we're gonna get up there. We're eventually gonna get up there. What I got in here? Okay. Yeah, don't need that. Yeah, don't need that at all. All right.
Let's go gambling.
Got to remember what I'm doing here. Get my bearings. Man, that dude's at E33,000. What the fuck? That's just crazy. We will get there. It's gonna take a month or two, but we're gonna get there. Yep. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right.
Let's go gambling.
Oh man, come on, come on. I don't need that shit on round one. Killing me here. I'll be right back. I go pick something up real quick. All right. All right. Okay, let's see. Ah, just one, really? That's all you gonna give me? Lame. Yeah, this dude's smoking. Damn. That shit's crazy. All right. The hell? All right. Didn't even burn out the clock. What? Kidding me with that?
Let's go.
Embarrassing. Embarrassing. No batteries. Embarrassing. Just having a trinkets lot up there, will probably be good. You put another surgery trinket up there. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. I see a Jimbo show up on the thing. I'll do another combine and I'll see what pops up, man. I mean, the goal is eventually get the trumpet up there, but if it don't happen, it don't happen. It's all good. It's all good. I need some batteries. That's gonna get taken away from me. There we go. There's 2 batteries. 3. Excuse me. All these times it'd be crazy just to do the apocalypse. Run over and over and over again. Just see how many apocalypse. Well, you can do them forever, I guess. Technically, they're not that hard to get. Especially once you do the first one, you get enough things on the board that get you through the first couple rounds. Yeah, it shouldn't be too tough. So that kind of a challenge wouldn't really be much of a challenge, I guess. Could just end up on an infinite loop of apocalypse, which, I mean, be funny, but wouldn't be the most exciting and entertaining of systems. So we're at 98.8. All right. God, I was excited to get to 1,000, man. I'm watching Homeboy here at 33,000 or some crazy shit like that. It's like, dude, man, we're still hundreds of hours away from getting that far
Let's go.
with this run. That's insane. He didn't even mess with the multipliers or anything like that. He just went straight for it. Guess I did things kind of a little bit the hard way. Or I'd say the extended way. There we go. All right.
Let's go.
Weak. Man, you gave me one heart on that, or one hit on that. That's crazy. No batteries. Man, you took my battery away. What the hell, man? It's not fun. Come on. It's got 177. All right, well,
Let's go.
we're good on turns anyway, so it don't really matter. There we go. There's battery. Take another swing at this. Okay, breaks that, so that's good enough. Good enough for now. A little closer to 1,000 here.
Let's go. Let's go gambling. Let's go gambling. Let's go gambling. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go gambling. Let's go gambling. Let's go gambling. Let's go gambling.
Thank you, man. Working on it. Working on it. This is going to be a long one. It's going to be a very, very long run. Months in the making. I'm guessing. Especially considering I just watched a dude crushing it at E 33,000 or something. Oh my god, dude. It's going to take a while to get up to that level. As long as I don't screw things up too bad, we might be able to get there someday. Yeah, that dude was crushing it, man. That was insane. Oh shit. All right. Go. Drawer. Let's put this back up, just so we don't screw that up. Let's do this. All right. Let's see what nonsense that gave me. Oh, this thing is fun, dude, but once you use it, even if you get rid of it, it takes all your tickets away, man. It's kind of fun having crazy amount of tickets though, but yeah, I think that needs to go.
Let's go gambling.
Biggest problem with doing this, man, is 4.2% seems to be At a 666 hitting on 4.2%, man. Sure seems a lot more than that. Does it make sense to go for the Angel phone to have a long run and try to get lots of 666? Well, like just to get like the score through the damn roof, it's kind of what you got to do. Like, um, I think the other thing you could do, I mean, one of the things I would like to do, and I may do it on the next run, I don't know, we'll see, is get that symbol, start working on that symbol that gives you back your money that you lost to 666. That might be another thing. But I mean, otherwise, like, how are you gonna unlocked it earlier? But I don't see the point of the phone. Okay, so there's a couple things that that phone gives you, right? I'll show you in a minute here. Once I get through this round, I'll give you a tour here. I'll give you a tour of what I'm doing here. And hey, man, you know there may be a better way to do this, maybe an easier way to do this. I've had people come in here and school me on things, you know, because I don't watch like a lot of like YouTube stuff on this game or anything like that. Most of the stuff I'm just trying to figure out myself. And I've had a couple of people come in and actually, you know, help me out, which is why I kind of got this system going and some of the things I got up on the board here. Um, you know, so uh, I'll show you why the yellow phone works for this kind of run, right? Works for something where you're going infinite, I guess, or where you're trying to score a lot of points. Because basically every time the 666 or the 999 happens, okay, that's good. I wanted to burn that out. It doubles your score, right? And that's all you're doing. You're just doubling the score every time. So that's a one, you know, 1.0 E or whatever the hell it was. At 207, now it's at 2, you know, 207. Next time it'll be 4. So it just doubles up your score every time, which is how you're doing it. Because at this point, all these numbers don't mean anything. Even the symbol multiplier being crazy is what it is, doesn't mean anything. It doesn't do anything because I'm only rolling, I think it's like E407 or something on most of these. This above and below doesn't even mean anything where it's at E300. Um, because I think the above and below is rolling like E460 something if I saw that right last time. Pattern multiplier doesn't really mean it. None of these numbers mean anything because the biggest thing I'm getting right now is that doubling of the E 1027, and I'm getting that because, well, so these are the trinkets that I got from the yellow phone. The I've got. Whenever you score a pattern of the eye, you're and again all coins earned from every 999 during the run, right? So the 999, so that means even if I roll a jackpot, you know, or just the eye pattern really, but I'm rolling jackpots every time if I don't get a 666. I get two things in this run. I either get a jackpot or 666. The reason for that is because of this right here, the Phantom wheels. I don't know how it's pronounced. But every time you score 999, next spin will have a jackpot. Jackpots can be accumulated. So I got 503 jackpots saved up, right? So everything is a jackpot if it's not a 666 or a 999 is what they turn into now because of that, right? The other reason to get the to switch over the 666s to the 999 is so that it doesn't take your money anymore. So obviously that's a thing. But yeah, so now I got two things I'm rolling. I'm rolling either jackpots or 999, which due to this means that it's going to give me, you know, the same benefit, you know, whether I roll a 999 or roll jackpot. So that thing hits off every single time. Now I kind of probably could have used a different card because this card is, and I did this for a reason. I did it for the early rounds, and maybe it's not the best card. In fact, I know it's not the best card to use. Like I said, I've had people come in here and school me on stuff, and I realized that yeah, this probably wasn't the best card to use. I thought it was at the time because my original idea was to get this symbol multiplier and try and boost this through the roof. But I'll be honest with you, man, and I did that with the bullet train. Let me find it real quick. So this bullet train doubles pattern symbol multiplier permanently each time you finish a round without earning any coins. To me, doubling is the most amazing thing, right? As long as you can double something permanently, not temporarily, permanently, that's huge. That's massive. So this is an apocalypse run. So I did run an apocalypse once on this. When I ran the apocalypse, now I could be wrong on this because going off memory, I had the old one's sigil. I believe I had this when I started the apocalypse run, which made it easier to get through some of the early rounds. And I don't have this anymore. I got rid of it. Um, here's a bullet train. I think I had this when I started over again, but I'm not positive on that. But this was kind of the point is I wanted to get these numbers up, symbol multiplier and the pattern multiplier. So one thing you got to watch out for that I found out the hard way is the above and below. These things, once you get to E308, and I think it's like 1.2 E308 on these, it locks up every time you roll an above and below on the machine. It locks down the game and it freezes and it starts over. um well, it starts your round over or whatever. It doesn't start the whole game over, but it saves your progress and starts over. So you basically you lose your round that you were running, and then it just keeps going, and it restarts the game. So I don't want to get the E308. Now the problem with pattern multipliers, symbol multipliers, I don't know if there's a limit to that. So I was kind of nervous, like getting this any further, and it takes forever to do that. And that's why I did the one round, a single round, the single spin, because I just the to get the bullet train to activate, you have to earn no coins during the round. And it seemed to me like it's easier to do that when you're just doing a single spin and not doing seven every time, and it would just go faster. But again, it was just such a pain in the ass, and I did it for I probably played 20, 30 hours just doing that over and over and over again, maybe even more. I don't know. I'd have to go back and look, but I played a lot of that, and it started to get tedious and monotonous, and which the game is starting to get that way again. It's been that way for a bit now, actually. Um, and I got this guy on the board. This is the only reason I'm getting batteries because I am running sevens. So the only reason I'm getting batteries is due to that guy. It's even called the Mad Emperor. He's at 30%, and then it increased by 10%, which is increasing because I am running currently. What is it? Resurrection. So basically, the way this works. So for instance, the main ones I'm using. This is also the Sacred Heart. This is also from the Yellow Phone Call. So the Yellow Phone Call has three things here on this board, I believe. Yeah, looks like three things. The rest I got rid of, but at one point I had them all. Um, but yeah, so you get the Ophanum, which I think is it Ophanum? Whatever, however you pronounce that. But the Ophanum, which is pretty kind of epic. Yeah, it gives you jackpot every time. The Sacred Heart, which 50% chance for the red button of not consuming charges, which is pretty awesome. Which is allowing me to basically burn through this weird clock every round. And then you have the Eye of God, which gives me basically a 999 every time I roll. Well, rolling jackpots is basically all I'm doing at this point because there's 503 of those accumulated. Because it seems like I have a I think it's a 4.5% chance of rolling a 999, but on some of these spins, you'll notice I'll roll like 10 in a row without hitting the phone. Obviously the phone, does the 666s. Along with this, the button, it does it doubles that, right? So it hits twice every time. Same thing with this thing, which unfortunately you got to keep it up, otherwise you lose the bonus. So it's always going to be up. But that's what's giving me the 99.2% because I'm at 458 activations of that. Um, but other than that, let's see. So this gives me the restocks. Every time I roll 666, which is why my restocks are at 4,309, which I mean, that thing's growing at an insane rate. I think I rolled into this deadline 11 with only like 2,000 of those, and now I'm up at 4,000. So that's insane. Um, this I'm just running because why not? Gives me an extra spin, which I'm good with now. Um, Again, this card may not have been the best card to have to use. It most likely is not. But when I was running the bullet train, I wanted as little spins as possible just to make it as quick as possible. I didn't want to have to roll 7 spins every time. So, but now it doesn't matter because I got rid of the bullet train. I've gotten rid of that thing. It's really difficult with rolling jackpots every time to end the round without losing money, especially when the 666s don't even activate anymore. So yeah, that's very problematic. This is another junk one. I don't really need this up. I'm just doing it for the hell of it because I had nothing else put up. Be honest with you. Of course, the hotel. That's a must. Um, Resurrection. Now the cool thing about Resurrection is, and the reason I have this, and I'm going to keep this, for one, it ups this guy by 10%. So I believe, I think. Um, doesn't look like it is, but it should theoretically. But I don't know. I don't know. I'm not really too worried about it, honestly. I do want to get him up a little bit, but whatever. We'll see. Um, Anyway, so the reason I have Resurrection is because this is like a crazy ass system. Because now I have the weird clock stored in here. Every time the weird clock burns out, it gets stored in the Virago. And the cool thing about it, because the problem I was having for a while there on my last run, which I only got up to E300, I think. And the reason I did that is because I was running out of rerolls. I was running out of rerolls because I was having to roll this thing like 100 times sometimes to find a Virago. But with Resurrection here, it's pretty badass because now all you do is get rid of this. So now we have the clock back up. And of course, clock is diminished charges. That's another thing that the yellow phone call did for me is, I got the megaphone and the barathrum, and I took the thing that limits the charges. It takes the charges down by one. So that's why the phone only is one charge now. It only needs one charge. This thing only needs one charge. I still have this in a drawer even though I don't use it. The number one, this only needs one charge, but theoretically it doesn't help. So I may get rid of it. It's hard to get rid of it because man, I got the one charge on it. It's hard to get rid of. Um, and it also it limited the clock, which is interesting, right? Because the clock is just I'm respawning the clock over and over again. So the clock has I don't know what that is. What I only need like 8 or something on that to get that to tick over. Which the other thing I got with the yellow phone call was the patterns. Um, there's one extra. They hit one extra time. Let's see. Did I get the Virago? No, I didn't get the Virago. So real quick before I screwed this up, what Resurrection does is now when I hit this, there's my Virago again automatically every time. So that's kind of why I'm doing that. Um, so that's kind of the tour. That's kind of what's going on here. That's how I'm doing this. Um, I think it's good to get the 666s back into the 999s. I think if you want to go for this kind of madness, um the whatever, higher scores, I should say. Um, I think you kind of have to do that. That's the only way to really get it up there into the nosebleeds. Um, the other thing that you can do, I think, which I haven't done yet, is these the revenge modifier symbols, right? Scoring a symbol with this modifier awards 5% of coins lost in a 666 during this run. So if you can roll a bunch of 666s and it's taking your money, um, the problem is, with everything that it's taken from me, it's only going to be E807 right now, each one. One E807, right? So it's only 5% of the coins lost, right? So to get 100% of those, you need to roll what, 20 of them. Um, God, is my math off? No, my math's on. It's 20 of them. You got to roll 20 of these, which does kind of happen. But if you get all of these, you can kind of get there. Um, let's see. So, yeah, that is what it is. So, you earn coins equal to the amount lost from 666. So, I guess the 999s don't count as money lost from 666, which is weird. Um, yeah, but that's kind of garbage. So, um, you get one extra round. See, that's not bad. This would be nice, but these are like, you got to do I would have had to carry this over if I was going to redo this whole um, round and I was going to go for another apocalypse, or the next time I do this. This is one of those things I'd probably take. Um, is this thing, and then I'd probably hold on to it. Um, I go because unfortunately you can't answer the 666 call and get the yellow phone call. So I'd have to, do an apocalypse run, just get that and hold on to it. Which I never even saw this. I don't think. I don't think I saw this one when I was doing the before I did the apocalypse. Actually, you know what? I never even did these. I never even got the evil ones on even the last run. But anyways, I would think like another way to do this would be to get these revenge modifiers all the way up to this 3% chance of, well, 666, but um, but it gives you a now my current 666 value with this would be 7.5, right? So the X% chance of getting this would be double that. So it'd be like 14% chance to get this symbol. Then you could add this onto it, 5% chance. So, I don't know if they're cumulative or, whatever, but if they are, then that would right there would be almost 20% chance, almost a ton of shit on the board would have this modifier. So you'd have a really good shot, especially if you had like the jars or something and you're repeating these patterns. You could yeah, you could get some crazy numbers, I think, with that. Um and then I think this is another one. Transform all symbol modifiers in the revenge modifier. It's 40%. So that would be insane. And like I said, especially if you're running um this one here, I think would be a good one for it because you got 21 spins, right? I've had rounds with that 21 spins where you go for clovers or bells so you can get the battery symbol without, using this guy to do it. But you get the battery symbol and you run something like this with the bells and you trigger the hell out of this thing. And I've had this thing triggered up to, I think it's 20 something times. I know I've had up to like 26 jackpots or something. But I'll be honest, playing that way is not the most exciting way to play because, bro, like every time you spin the wheel, you could just walk away, go make dinner, whatever you got to do, because it takes forever to do 26 rounds, or it's actually if you're doing 26 jackpots, that means what, 28, I think, because it's got to start with the jackpot, the super jackpot, the ultimate jackpot, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way up to 26. Even at the 4 times speed of the on the accessibility here. Um, where is it? Wait, is it? No, it's not accessibility, is it? Um, there it is. The transition speed here at times 4 dude, it still takes forever. Still takes forever to get those things, get those jackpots going. Which is why, and that's usually the card I play with is this thing. Just one round. That way, if you get yourself the on a loop where you can get the weird clock, bouncing over and over like I am now, um, that becomes insane. 21 spins is absolutely fucking bananas. And then if you can up that by using the ancient coin or even the fake coin, uh, get that up to, maybe 25, 26 spins, something like that. Bro, like, and you start getting, like I said, you run the bells, you run the clovers to get the battery symbols up there on the board more often. And you can start, and then if you can actually do the yellow phone call and get all these charges down to one, every time you see a battery on the board, these things are gonna, whoops, these things are gonna trigger. And if you got something like this, that's number one triggered 20 times, I mean, it just goes freaking bananas. It goes insane. And if you had, and this is like just a future thing I'll probably try and do after this run is over, because this run's gonna take forever. There's one you can get actually on here, so this would be it's last spin. That's terrible. But yeah, I mean, if you get these charms, get this thing up to like, uh, what, 20%? I think I said it was at this point, and then you get the dude that think it has a chance to turn all of them into that, and you run that with just the 26 jackpots. It's just insanity. And then, that's not counting all the three symbols you're getting, all the four symbols you're getting, all the leading up to it, and the above, below, the eye, all that stuff leading up to that jackpot, every single one of those hitting 26 times. That's going to be a little insane. That will be a little insane. And I do kind of want to do a run like that in the future. But that's kind of my ideology. The only thing I would like to get is this, the Glorious Trumpet. I think it's the only thing to finish out this this pattern here I have on this run here. The problem I have with this is I'm trying to get this through, which I think you just saw me do. I'm trying to get this through the booster packs, right? The booster packs gives you a random of one of these, but the problem is the booster packs, I mean, I can run another Apocalypse on this run if I wanted to. That would be kind of insane and probably not smart at this point. But I keep getting these. I keep getting these posters, whatever these things are supposed to be. I don't even know. But I keep getting them. And I just got one that last time I ran the booster pack. So I'm running the booster packs. I'm trying to get as many of them as I can because I would like to eventually get this trumpet. My understanding from somebody that came in the chat and started talking to me one night is you can have the trumpet and you can have the button at the same time. Or no, you can have the trumpet and you can have the heart at the same time. Now, obviously, you got to put the heart along with this button and a horseshoe in to get that through the surgery machine. So that's what that takes to make that. But he said you can actually have this thing, you can have the heart at the same time if you can get it. So I don't know if you can have the nuclear button as well, and that's what I would like to try out. Now, if you get both this and the nuclear button and have the heart up there, it'd be insane. It'd be dramatic. And but the problem is, like, all Lucky Charms triggered by the red button trigger one more time. Well, the button does that automatically, right? And I have the button. You got to put the button in to do that. So that's just nothing. Whatever. You're doing the same thing. The only thing that's going to give you is this thing doesn't take up 2 spaces like the button does. So it sounds like a good deal until you get to the bottom there. Triggers randomly 30% chance of triggering charms one more time whenever they are triggered by the red button. Okay, so the horseshoe don't care about. I don't use horseshoe. Don't care about it at all whatsoever. The nuclear button, and I have a feeling they probably put the horseshoe in there just so you couldn't use the horseshoe with this to up that to 60%. I don't know, but I'm guessing that's what the ideology is there. But so the top of this does the same thing as nuclear button. So you're getting rid of the nuclear button to do the exact same thing. But you're also, gaining a spot on your table, whatever. Or at least getting rid of the -1 slots on the nuclear button, whatever. But the second part, you're getting rid of the Sacred Heart just to get that benefit. And the Sacred Heart has been working like crazy. And the Sacred Heart's pretty badass. So the Sacred Heart, 50% chance for the red button to not consuming charges, right? Which means I can hit it again, which triggers everything twice to the red button or the button. And we're going to get rid of that 50% chance of that happening to have a 30% chance of triggering charms one more time whenever they're triggered by the red button, which means they'll trigger once, not twice. They'll trigger once. So I'm trading a 50% chance of being able to trigger everything twice for a 30% chance of having them automatically trigger once. There's no point to me, there's no point right now because I don't really need the space on the board. I've got junk items up here that I don't really even need to have. There's no reason to get rid of this, and nuclear button doesn't matter because it'll do the same thing, but there's no reason to get rid of this to get that. But if I could have them both on the board at the same time through the booster pack, which I'm told does spawn it, which I haven't seen, even though I've done it a bunch of times. That's why it's up at E56 just to do a combine on this thing at this point. If I can have them both up, if I can have this and the button and the Sacred Heart up at the same time, that would be absolutely insane and nuts. And that's kind of where I'm at this point. I would like to maybe. This is something I could probably get up that it doesn't mean anything. It's not a big deal. But if I could get that up, I may actually put that up just to kind of boost him up a little bit. Because honestly, I'm looking at this and I don't think this thing is counting as something that boosts it. Because I think he starts at 30%. And I don't think that's boosting it. But anyway, that's what I got going on. That's how I'm operating this. Obviously, this thing's just up here to get some extra rounds. It's causing me issues because it's got a 1.5% chance of a 666. I'd rather control the 666s, and when I see them, when I want to see them, because the problem I'm having here, and I do have everything set up. Yeah, I got a Virago, so most important thing, and I've screwed up a couple rounds now, which is why I'm on deadline 11 and not deadline like 5. Is I have to go to the next round to get the clock to respawn. But got to make sure you have a Virago if you're going to be using the clock, because generally on this type of at this point in the round, I'm burning the clock out almost every time because of the Sacred Heart. So, and then the other deal is you want to score in the beginning, so you want to have some score to start with, because the 999 basically takes the score that you've made this round and gives it back to you. So, now we can roll the 6s. And obviously the heart just triggered. So now I've got 2 hits already on the clock. This will be 4 hits on the clock. And this will burn the clock out completely. And the clock goes into the Virago. And so now we can get rid of that Virago between rounds, get the clock back, and then repeat the process over and over and over again. And so this process can go forever, right? So I just gained 6 rounds, and I'm using 1 round to do it. So, basically you're going up by 5 rounds every time you can actually hit that button multiple times in a round. And see, then this just incrementally goes up every time it doubles. So, that's 2 E28 right there. This one will be 4 something E28. Okay, and see now I get some batteries there, so that's good. I can roll those again. And if I'm a little slow here, give me a sec, because I got something I gotta actually do for work here. Okay, let's do this. Okay. The big thing is I just want to burn the clock out. Okay. So, all right. Let's see what I'm doing. All right. So I know going through that probably doesn't, and then I got 254 rounds. And again, this is how the process works. You get rid of this. Oops. No. Not like that though. It's got the weird clock in it. You throw it away. Weird clock shows back up. You take this, throw this in a drawer to get the space on the board. You hit this. Virago shows back up. You grab the Virago again, put the clock back up there, or put the button back up there, and just restart it all over again. And we just keep going. So, I know, going through that probably didn't help all that much because it's a lot of in-game stuff that you don't really need to deal with unless you're deciding to go insanity mode like this. And I'll be honest, it's not the funnest way to play the game. It does burn you out pretty quick because that's all you're doing. That same pattern I just did over and over and over again. And I'm at E1030 on my score right now, as far as I don't know what they are, coins or whatever that I've got. Um, and I just watched a guy on Twitch before I logged on, and that guy was at E33,000, and I'm like, oh man, dude, like, I play for about an hour and I go up E50 a day when I play for about an hour. And I'm thinking, Jesus, man, the time on that is just going to be insanity. Unless I could speed this up somehow, which I know it took a lot of time, doing random stuff right here. But I do like explaining this stuff. It gives me a break from the monotony of the game. So I'm glad you asked the question. I'm glad you asked about that. But anyways, I think I'm gonna get out of here with that. I do have to answer a call here pretty soon from work because yeah, I gotta go do my real job here. And but I think I'm gonna get out of here for now and log off for a few. And I may be back later. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But with that, I'm out. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching. Um, yeah, see you on the next one. Have a good day, man. What's left of it. We'll run the outro here and get the hell out of here. But have a good day.